Hello and welcome, my dear scale modelers, to my small hobby YouTube channel. My name is Tomo and today we're going to be reviewing a Revell plane. Today's model kit is this thing. Whoop. This is a beautiful triplane from First World War. As you can see, it's a Revell 1/28 scale Fokker Dr.I. This model is a little bit of an oddball with its 1/28 scale because you really don't get a lot of 1/28 scale things. I do believe this might be a little bit of a special edition or something. You get 3 figures and a plane, of course. Inside the box you also get some string, cotton string to rig up all the ends of the wings. But if you don't want to use that, you can either use nylon string or just, stretch the sprue. The model itself is a little bit older and it shows on the manufacturing process, but nevertheless it does have pretty decent contours and features that you can enhance with painting. You will also see that you can paint this in 3 types of paint schemes that I didn't really know you could do. This aircraft is a gift, so I don't really know how much it goes for, but I'm guessing for a box plane this size around 25 euros, somewhere like that. Anyway, it's I think just time for us to jump in the box and see the contents. Behold, Fokker Dr.I with Manfred von Richthofen. This is an oddball of a scale model. It's in a 1/28 scale, which is really kind of a special edition, I guess, because 1/28, I don't really think that there's a lot of stuff in 1/28 scale. Anyway, this one is from Revell in their old blue box, so to speak, with a wonderful graphic design in front. And we have the length of the model would be 211 millimeters, so this is in centimeters, and the wingspan should be 262 millimeters. This model was actually a gift for Christmas from my dear old sister, and I plan to build it in the coming days. Anyway, let us open the box inside and see the parts. So this is what you get inside. So you have the manual, and you have the twine. This is basically, this is just fabric. It's not nylon, cotton thread, and it's used for rigging here. And then of course there's decals inside, and of course the plastic bits. So let's look at the plastic bits first. Okay, so we have lots of plastic bits. It's all in just bright red. Here are the figures. They're pretty red. It's really shiny here on the camera, so let's try to zoom in a little bit to see some detail. I'll use my hand as a backdrop so you guys kind of see a little detail. It's really shiny, old plastic. It's much like the tugboat we've reviewed in the past. This must be an old model. The detail on the face is pretty good. Although you can see the fingers and everything, but it's just a little bit too shiny for my liking. But of course you have to prime this stuff. Here's another guy. See the old mustache. It's really hard to see the detail, but it's there. I don't really know why they chose to put them in this fashion, so like the shell of a man. This is like a shell of a man, yeah. So you have to kind of glue them together, finding the right back to the right front. I guess these two go together. Then we have, of course, the body of the airplane itself. This being an older kit, of course, there is flash present, but it's not that a big of a deal. You can see we have some basins for the feet, for the men. You get the machine gun here, and the whole body structure. It's really nice and long, and it's fairly straight. There is some detail inside, as you can see, but this is probably not going to be seen anyway. There's a bit of flash here and there. It's not that bad, and if I put these two halves together like so, you see the size of the airplane as it will be when it's been finished. So it's pretty a sizable model. 1/28 scale, again, it's not very common among scales, so it's a special edition, I believe. So we got the 2 basins and the tail, and some wheels here, as well as the engine bits. And of course we have the wing surfaces, which are made from 2 parts. Lower, as you see, it says here top half, lower wing, middle wing, bottom half. The reason that they're in their separate form is because you're supposed to thread the wire, actually not the thread, but this thing through them and fix it inside, and then kind of go through these little holes here and thread it all around. So if you're not going to be using this, I suggest you either use the nylon one from MIG, or just do the sprue thing where you stretch the sprue and make it a wire. But that's a little bit complicated, so it's a good thing if you use this. But it's a good thing if you use this because you just use super glue and just fix it into place. Then we have the upper wing surface, or maybe actually this is the middle wing surface with the cutout. Yeah. Bottom half, lower wing. Yeah. I mean the detail on it, it's pretty decent for an older model. And this is all raised detail. You can feel it, the grooves and everything. So it's pretty nice to the touch. We have the control surfaces here on the top wing. Yeah, this is the top wing. Here. And of course we have some other bits for the airplane. It's the bottom where the wheels rest. So of course you have to do a little bit cleanup here. And again, this is made from 2 parts. The engine is of course assembled into 2 parts, and this is really where all the cleanup kind of gets a little annoying, especially on the cooling cylinders here, because if you got a lot of flash, then you really have to be patient and diligent to clean the lines so that the engine detail is seen. And of course the last little sprue, which contains smaller bits, and the propeller of course here. Just put it in the frame. It's pretty nifty little kit. I'm really looking forward to building it. It shouldn't take long because there's really not that many parts anyway. Probably less than 100, like 50 or something. Right, so this is the sheet of decal paper, which is kind of substantial. It's basically very simple, just German crosses, nothing that extraordinary. You could probably get away with painting them if you want to do a little bit of more precise work, or if you want to do a challenge. Probably not the letters, because those would be a little more difficult. But the crosses, yeah, definitely. But then again, you can, you know, if you don't want to do that, you can just use the decals themselves. Just probably using a lot of the decal solution to make them conform to the shape. Little compass here. As you can see, their decals are pretty good. I mean, it's not bad. They're not bad at all. Even the smaller details on this big scale do come to life. So that's pretty cool. Last but not least is the manual. As you can see, it's a A4 style paper. Well, kind of manual, an old school one. And here you have the 3 figures to assemble in the first page. And of course the engine and the cockpit with the body of the aircraft, as well as they show you where to put little ropes or this little stuff. As you can see, you can assemble the wings from all 3 parts, and they show you how to thread everything. And of course the last 2 pages, which again, it's not a lot of parts, so this build portion of the aircraft should be relatively straightforward and simple and quick. But then of course you have the painting of it. It's just a red and black plane, so that even in itself shouldn't be that bad. But you know, you should weather it just like on the picture, so that would take some challenging. Interesting enough, you can paint it in 3 different styles. So let's see, we have the M, N, and L. Which are the colors? M is, oh look at that, matte olive NATO. N is light green, and wow, look at that, you can actually paint it in different styles. It's really neat. And I is what? Carmine red. So basically you can do the Red Baron thing. So this is the whole Red Baron, or you can go more exotic, more late war See, 1917, and this is what, oh, this is actually 1918. Holy crap. Oh, so early war, late war. Okay, so you can do that. So that's basically it. Back to me. As we've seen, this model aircraft does not have that many parts. A rough estimate would be around 50. So it can be tackled by a novice even though it's a bigger scale model. But because it's a bigger scale model, it means that it will go together easier. Well, at least you won't have to find those itty bitty parts and lose them in the carpet. The cotton string that you get with the kit is pretty much plentiful, so even if you make a mistake, you can correct it. Well, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this first video of the year. I would like to thank you so very much for watching. If you haven't, thank you for subscribing. I would also like to take this opportunity to say hi to all the new subscribers who have subscribed to this channel, as well as thank you for all you guys who are already subscribed to me and are waiting to see what I come up next every single week. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And I'll see you again soon in the next one. Bye bye!